Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have a very short discussion about origins of the very popular food called akara. Akara is essentially beans and water. Ground beans and water. It's one of the most favorite, it's among the most popular breakfast foods in Nigeria. The Igbo eat it, the Hausa Fulani eat it, the Yoruba eat it, every group in Nigeria enjoy it. It's usually savored with what we call akamu, the Yorubas call ogi. I've forgotten what the Hausa Fulani and the other ethnicities in Nigeria call the accompaniment, which is akamu. I saw some people laying claims to this food, to this akara, and I contributed the little I felt I could defend or justify. I said, well, I grew up seeing our people eating akara, but that I don't know the origins. And I don't think our people would have produced or developed akara, because as far as I know, our people were not into deep frying of foods. We didn't fry meat because akara is essentially a fried food. The older Igbos seem to be aware of this problem associated with cholesterol. How we related with meat was that we generally smoked and smoked and smoked and dried till all the fat was gone. So I did not see our people using animal fat. It does not seem to me as if our people would go into frying food. So I wouldn't, I'm not saying for sure. I've not done enough research to rule out completely that it came from us, and I didn't. I said I don't think it did. But then I had to still look beyond the borders of Nigeria, because I am not one of those that believe Afrocentrically that most of the groups in Nigeria started from what you call Nigeria. No, most of them were migrants, or many of them were migrants. So I noted that I saw akara in the Middle East. Specifically in Israel, it's called falafel. And I've read and read and read that Arabs eat it a lot. That all the populations in the Middle East also eat it. And I know that humans began to organize themselves as communities, societies with culture in the Levant before they began to do the same in West Africa. So I began to think that probably migrants from West Africa migrants from the Middle East brought akara with them. And of course, we have various and several groups that we know that they migrated from that region. You are familiar with the Hebrew people, the Israelite people, that is the Igbo. You may not know about the Berbers in Nigeria, the Beri. Ba. Add I and I after the R, you have the Beri. They are the Kanuri people in Borno State, with its capital at Maiduguri. Then we now have the Shua Arabs. They still retain Arabic in their identity. And the Yoruba, you have the Hausa, you have the Fulani. My theory is that these groups and the groups we know as the Arabs are related very closely. I'm not saying they're Arabs, but I'm saying they are very closely related to Arabs. Arabs are not one group. Arabs are not one group. When we say Arab, we mean a conglomeration of races. with some things uniting them. So I look at the Yoruba, the Fulani, the Hausa, the Bedouin, the Shua, the Saudi as closely related people. And I believe, or I am thinking that as these peoples came from the Levant across the desert, they must have brought this food. One of my colleagues and friends, Yehonatan El-Lazadi Mota, said he believes that it came to West Africa just as Islam came, akara. I said that is totally believable and that is in sync with my position, that it crossed the desert. And that is that. We will continue to produce knowledge to expand the boundaries of the frontiers of knowledge. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.